Thank you very much, Madam Chair. When the Liberals prorogued Parliament, they said they were going to bring forward a new plan to support Canadians, but since then all we've seen is more of the same. As we've learned how to better deal with the pandemic, and especially as the public health crisis ends and these programs eventually expire, we must allow our economy to get back on track, to come roaring back, if I can use the Minister of Finance's terms. However, we haven't seen any plan except for the status quo, so I'm wondering if the Minister of Finance can tell us what is the plan to get this economy off of life support.
The Honourable Minister of Finance.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. And look, I would like to start with where Canadians are now. I think it is so important for us to appreciate we are in a second wave of the coronavirus. This is really serious. And Canada is in a lucky position because the virus has hit us later than many other countries. So we can look at their experience. And if you look at what is happening with Europe, the situation is really disquieting.
For Kenora.
Madam Chair, I'd like to know if the economic plan, or lack thereof, includes rapid testing.
The Honourable Minister.
Madam Speaker, I just want to emphasize that the second wave is here. It is hitting countries much like ours with a vengeance.
Madam Chair, given that many jurisdictions, including the province of Ontario, have brought forward budgets this year, can the Minister tell us when we can expect to see a budget from this government?
The Honourable Minister.
As I've said earlier this evening, Madam Speaker, patience, colleagues. We committed in the speech from the throne to a fall economic...
Nora.
Madam Chair, if the government won't bring forward a budget by 2021, can the Minister please explain why?
The Honourable Minister.
As I said, Madam Speaker, the next important economic moment is going to be our fall fiscal update, and I'm glad so many members are looking forward to it.
Member for Kenora.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and I would like to expand on a letter I actually sent to the Minister of Finance before she became the Minister of Finance earlier this summer. And I was inquiring based on some questions from my constituents, and our party supported many of the emergency benefits. We supported the border closure measures. We actually called for them for long before the government took action, but the lack of certainty from this government and constant moving of timelines really put a lot of business owners in a difficult position. So what I wrote in my letter was I was wondering if there are any metrics that the government is using in which to determine when they may move forward from some of these measures, and if they're able to share them.
The Honourable Minister of Finance.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And let me just start with the premise of the question, which I think is not quite right. We are actually, with the legislation that we're all talking about tonight and are going to vote on tomorrow, offering certainty to our businesses. We're saying these essential programs will be in place until the summer. That's really important, and I'm glad we all support that.
The Honourable Member for Kenora.
Madam Chair, many business owners have been speaking out about many different problems with various COVID-19 supports throughout the summer, whether it's onerous criteria and flexible timelines, and again, a lack of clarity. I think this is especially true for many tourism and seasonal operations in my riding and across Northern Ontario. So I'd like to know if the government has been consulting with these businesses to ensure that the amended programs are going to work as they are intended to.
The Honourable Minister.
Madam Speaker, I'd like to thank my honourable colleague for his question. We recognize that we need to have sectoral strategies and sectoral supports going forward. That is why through the Industry Strategy Council, we're engaging with different sectors to better understand their unique challenges and pain points so we can put forward tailored measures to support them, particularly the tourist sector, which has been hard hit.
The Honourable Member. 20 seconds.
Okay, thank you, Madam Chair. With my brief time, I would like to ask, because our party brought forward many different suggestions very early on throughout the course of this pandemic, I'd like to know why it took the government so long to amend many of these programs.
Brief answer, the Honourable Minister.
I am grateful for all the great ideas we hear in this House, and I'm really glad that we're going to support this important legislation.
Honourable member for Calgary